So this is your boy King L to the Bay, dropping this knowledge all day. I gotta start getting better at this, family. I gotta start. I'm gonna try to start in the near future. I'm gonna have more videos, more content, more information, more understanding with the legal stuff. Um, we're dealing with estate planning from here on out. I tell people if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. A lot of you guys is just in really bad contracts and you don't understand estate planning and you don't know what you're talking about on a lot of different levels. A lot of y'all, when we talk about secure interest, security interest in property, talking about invested interest and all of that, you have to be an investor. You got to understand what you are. You got to understand manufacturing, the rights of manufacturing and property rights. Everything is dealing with property. But tonight topic, we're gonna talk about the due process suite. We ain't gonna be on here long. I'm just gonna drop some knowledge for y'all, get y'all up to snuff with some things to understand how to look at this stuff with the due process and start understanding how to drop this stuff, family. Right? How to get y'all to see this, right? Due process, you know, understanding due process and the purpose of this due process and understanding what's going on with the due process rights, right? So I want y'all to I need y'all to understand, right? Um, how we gonna trying to switch some channels. I'm trying to get out, sign out, you know, and that's sign out, you know. We're gonna write this down. Baby. Uh-uh. So we're gonna talk about the due process suite. Due process suite. Due process suite. Just being funny, little humorous family. So let's talk about due process and the due process suite. So we got to understand the first 10 Bill of Rights. That the first 10 amendments under that Bill of Rights. It's called a bill. It's a bill. Why is it a bill? Why is a Bill of Rights and why is this all dealing with what? Due process. So these are bills. And do you got to understand what do due process mean? It's due when at the initiation of the process. It is due, family. It is due. So a lot of you guys, when you don't understand this information, you don't know what to do. So it's called a due process sweep. We deal in a due process sweep, dealing with the Bill of Rights. So what are some of your rights that you have a right to do? You have a right to be heard. You have a right to inspect the evidence, right to call witnesses on your behalf, right to a fair trial by an impartial judge, right to a competent judge who knows the law, a right for a judge not to abuse his discretion, a right to challenge challenge evidence, a right to challenge evidence, a right to discovery of evidence, a right to question jurors, a right to be judged by juries of your peers, right to know the nature of the action, right to know the cause of action, right to know the procedures and the rules they are using, the right to know the conclusion of law, the right to know the conclusion of facts, the right to the correct ruling, the right to object, a right to challenge, a right to appeal, right? These are rights and a right to equity or injunction, and that's going to deal in due process. Your equity is in the due process itself. They're not. The equitable thing to do is to follow due process. That's your equity. So a lot of you guys, when you get up there and you don't understand how to do the due process suite, you go through all of that stuff and you go through these hearings and you don't know how to deal with the court. So you get up there, and I'm not trying to make this video long, but y'all need to understand due process in its most simplest, clearest form so that you can know how to do that and learn how to take away the power from the court. Knowing what is your bill of rights. These are rights. They can't be stripped, they can't be challenged, they can't be taken away. These are rights that's already been defined by law, especially by um, common law, case law. So these are things that you have a right to understand what's going on. So, you know, a lot of y'all don't even understand you have a right to a nationality. A right to a nationality. Why is that important? Because when you have a right to a nationality, that's dealing in treaty. That is subjugation of treaty rights. That's a due process violation. You have a right to a nationality. Look at the international law. Rights of indigenous people. Right? Every child, the right of a child. In the international community, you have a right to that. But when you come into the arena of dealing with the commercial realm, you have to understand what is you dealing with in relationship in conjunction with these commercial items or commercial property that is being used within the jurisdiction. And do your nationality or do your treaty confer any rights associated with that? So I'm gonna make this video maybe 10 minutes so I can chop it up. But y'all need to learn the due process suite. You have a right to sanction the court when they don't follow due process. You have a right to sanction, right? You can ask the court you want sanctions when the court do not follow due process. When the prosecutor is trying you under a secret jurisdiction that you don't understand when you ask for the nature and the cause of action. You have the right to sanction them. A sanction. You can move for sanctions. Because if you're going to do all of this stuff, preserving the record for appeal, you might as well file a goddamn motion. If the court ain't going to entertain the stuff and you trying to create a thing for appeal, apparently you appeared in the jurisdiction. That don't make sense. If you're not go, you guys are saying we're not, you challenging and you're not appearing. If, right, the issue is not the appearance, is the issue is do they have jurisdiction? And if they fail to do due process, they can never have jurisdiction. Jurisdiction has been devastated. These are the things you have to learn. These are the things that you need to know. This is your boy King L. Bay, dropping knowledge all day. You must understand the due process rules, or it's called a due process suite. This is what we do. Y'all keep talking about equity. I'm going to show y'all that all you trust people, all of you guys, when you don't understand contract law, corporate law, and you don't understand this stuff as it relates to matters of jurisdictional issues dealing with rights of property. We talking about rights. We talking about different forms of ownership, beneficial ownership, legal ownership, right? Those are different forms of ownership. I don't have to have legal ownership. Legal ownership is for somebody who got legal obligations. Beneficial rights is me, I own the benefits. I don't have nothing to do with any of the legality. I just own the right to enjoy the benefits. If it's something legal, that person who has the legal rights own the legal rights. So I'm out of here. This is your boy King L Bay. Peace and love to everybody. I'm out. Check me out. Got more videos to come.